Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Riggin Palanch and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Herring. It's time for Carterville Lions on NewsRadio WJPF.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Harrisburg High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you here on this Friday night. Back to River to River Conference play tonight. John Homan and the Lions, the 60th Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Top 3 seeds finished as seeded. Heron Tigers won the EHT for the 4th year in a row. Carterville played really well in that tournament.
Yeah, I got second place as seeded, and just really gave Heron a heck of a fight all the way through 3 quarters. Just kind of faded a little bit there in the 4th quarter, and Heron got hot with Kyrie. He got hot, but he's an all-stater for a reason. But Carterville really did acquit itself very well in the tournament.
Yeah, they did. They wound up winning their first game over Hardin County, 58-24. They beat Fairfield 50-42. It was a 4-point game over Vienna, which we knew it was going to be a good game. They win 56-52 in that semifinal, and then the Heron Tigers pick up that 11-point one, 61-50. And in that tournament, you had Colton Hawkins and Caden Wilson, that were selected to the all-tournament team. We talk about Kyrie Lukens. He was the tournament MVP. Well-deserved. He was outstanding.
Yeah, he was. And really the Tigers have become a different team with the addition of Jared Staple.
Absolutely.
He came over from Marion. I wouldn't call it just it's been a heck of a shot in the arm for them. He able to control the point guard position, take some pressure off the Lukens. I think he scored 21 in the championship game. So he's been a big asset to Heron and will make a big impact upon the River Conference Ohio Division race.
The Harrisburg Bulldogs come into this game tonight. They are 9-4 on the season. Your Carterville Lions enter tonight's conference matchup 7-5. Harrisburg has 1 conference win, and the Carterville Lions have that 1 conference loss to the Heron Tigers a couple weeks back. As both teams are out on the floor going through their pregame routines, this is your Banterra Bank pregame show. We're going to go on and take our first break, and when we come back, I had a chance to talk to Coach Shane Hawkins a few minutes ago. We're going to hear from the head coach. He's coming up next here on Lions basketball here on NewsRadio WJPF, back in 90 seconds. So I have the coach on my end here, so.
Okay. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years.
Yes, sir.
They do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our pregame show. Conference play tonight after the second place finish at the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Thought that was a pretty good tournament, Coach.
It was. I mean, I think we learned a lot about our team, being able to play close games. I mean, you the Heron game was not an 11-point game. I mean, it was a game we led by 3 in the fourth quarter and had a couple chances to extend the lead. The Vienna game was tight. They ended up winning by 4. The Fairfield game was a 1 or 2 possession game in the fourth quarter that you win by 8. So that's how this team is going to grow, is just being in those situations because we don't have a whole lot of varsity experience. Every day is an experience for us, so it was good for us to kind of find ways to fight through and find different ways to compete and win games. And like I said, I think this team is. I told them yesterday in practice, it's for really being a team that doesn't have a whole lot of experience. They're really mature. They're really mature in their approach. They're really mature in their approach to practice. They're mature in their approach to scouting report. I think that's probably the one thing that's kind of was something I wasn't sure of is their level of maturity. And we've had some teams that have had older guys and more experience that have not been this mature. And I really like their approach. And our seniors have done a really good job of taking the lead here.
This Harrisburg team, they've gotten off to a pretty good start. They got a good ball team.
I think they're really good. I think there's no question they're really good. I think they have a lot of pieces. Caden Young is a handful offensively and can score it. He loves to tight curl and play at 8 to 12 foot, and because he's 6'4", just use his length and rise up and shoot it over you. He shoots open threes really, really well. Ryder knows his role and is kind of big and strong and physical and screener and rebounder and defender. And Rand can sometimes step out and shoots it well from 15. Sometimes he'll knock a 3 in. He'll rip you to the rim. Just kind of strong and physical and a really good athlete. Point guard. Adrian Mann. I really like him. I think he's really good. He's one of the better point guards in Southern Illinois. I think he's really, really just steady. And just kind of runs the show, and he'll go have 10 or 12, and you think he didn't really do much, but he just quietly goes about and does his job. And then they add Ellis from Carrier Mills and gives them the athlete that they didn't have with this group. And he's a really explosive athlete and really explosive to the rim, and so they have a lot of pieces to be a really good basketball team. And I saw them the first time I saw them was at Goreville in the tournament, and they had a good week. They lost to Benton and lost to Goreville, but I thought they had a really good week, and I thought, man, they're going to be really good as the season goes on. And I think Coach Fehrenbacher just does a fabulous job with these guys.
And the fact that this is a conference game, you really would like to even up that conference record after tonight. Yeah,
it's every Friday night from here on out, with the exception of maybe the BIT, but it's those 8 conference games, and they're different. They have a different feel, different preparation. It's teams you're familiar with. You've played them 2 times last year. In some cases, we played Heron 3 times, and we played Harrisburg 3 times last year. And you start seeing the same teams over and over, and so you start to become a little bit more familiar with kind of what they're trying to do and what they're trying to take away. And there's nothing better than conference games. I think you look at the college season too going on. It's different. It's different when you get into conference games, and I think this is going to be a really good league. I think there's going to be. I'm not saying that nobody can go undefeated, but I think there's going to be 8 challenges. And if you're good enough to go through those 8 Fridays and win it undefeated, then you're a really good basketball team. And I think Murfreesboro's really good. I think Harrisburg's really good. I think Heron's really good. And I think we have a chance to be really good. And Massacs, has weapons. I mean, their record-wise they're a little bit down, but going down there and trying to find a way to win, or trying to get them on the wrong night when Turner and Garnett and Harman are making shots. There's just people always talk about there's just no easy ones. No, there's not. Mm-hmm. And this league is fun, because you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get a challenge those 8 times.
Well, good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on our pregame show, and you heard Coach talk about the maturity of this 2024 team. And this is a young team, and he's talking about maturity from these guys.
Well, that's really key, and at some point these sophomores become juniors in that regard because they have enough experience in the game, and they start playing like more experienced, play like juniors and seniors. And so, yeah, I can see there's definitely a maturity about this Carterville squad, and I think the Lions are going to have a very strong second half of the season. I think that's because they're going to grow. These younger kids are going to get better and better and make them a solid ball club.
Absolutely, and all these hours that they've or the minutes that they've been picking up in these early games, they are going to pay off down the end of the year.
Yeah, I think so, and I mean it's going to be a blow playing without Caden Wilson tonight. He can be a difference maker on the offensive end and defensive end, and we'll have to see who's going to step up. Whether that's going to be Zach Snow, whether that's going to be Jaden Wilson. Who's going to step up and be
Logan
a difference
Engel,
maker.
maybe?
Logan Engel. Somebody's going to have to fill that spot because right now I think that without Caden in the lineup, you've got to give Harrisburg a slight edge going in.
Caden Wilson out under the weather tonight, not available to play. We're going to go on and take a break here on our Banterra Bank pregame show. When we come back, the Benton Invitational, the BIT bracket came out today. We'll talk about that. The Carterville Lions are going to be playing their midwinter in that tournament coming up. We'll return here on our Banterra Bank pregame show back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special when I met team members at Banterra Bank. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I've learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports.
How many seconds again? You said 90?
90 here, yeah.
Access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW
the next break, Cam, whenever we take the break, you just keep it until I tell you to bring it back because it'll be the anthem break.
So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Back at Harrisburg, it's Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. John, the Benton Invitational bracket came out today, and Carterville Lions are going to open up the tournament. What did I do with my cheat sheet, John? Right here it is. I got it.
Okay.
Going to open up the BIT coming up on January 20th, 7:30 game when they take on Hamilton County. In this tournament, of course, the Benton Rangers, probably, in my opinion, the top team in Southern Illinois this year. Until they get beat, I think that's their ranking. Roosevelt, Hamilton County, Meridian, Vandalia, Cesar, Heron. That's a tough lineup.
Yeah, it's certainly competitive without a doubt. Carterville, first-round game with Hamco. If Carterville shows up and plays like it's capable, should be able to handle the Foxes no problem. Then they jump right into that semifinal game against the Benton Rangers, and that's never going to be easy on their home floor. But that's the kind of game you want to play. You want to play against good competition, and that's what tournaments like this bring.
Absolutely, and you hear Shane Hawkins talk about it all the time. He wants to play tough competition. He wants to see what his team can do, and so that's going to be the BIT that's going to start coming up January 20th. Now, just a reminder, tomorrow night, Carterville Lions are going to be at home in a cross-conference game. The DuQuoin Indians come to Carterville tomorrow night, and it'll be early enough that I don't think the weather's going to have any impact on it. It'll be the normal time, about 7:15 pregame show, 7:30 tip-off. But the DuQuoin Indians off to a rough start this year.
Yeah, they have a new head coach, and they have pretty much a guard-oriented offense. They don't have much size in the middle, but they're scrappy, and you can never count them out because they can beat you if you play poorly, and they did have one win at the DuQuoin Classic I can recall, and then I think they pulled one minor upset early in the regular season. So, you can never look past anybody, but especially a team in the river to river.
Well, we've got a big conference game here tonight as the Carterville Lions are at Harrisburg this evening to take on the Bulldogs. Harrisburg 1-0 in conference play. Carterville suffered that first loss to the Heron Tigers here a couple of weeks ago, but a chance to get back to 1-1 if they can pick up a win here this evening on the road at Harrisburg. We're glad to have you. Live stream is up and running. We have good signals tonight, but we appreciate you tuning in to Lions Sports here on News Radio WJPF. Both teams are lining up on the sideline for the pregame national anthem. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Banterra Bank pregame show. We'll return. We have the lineups and the tip-off coming up next on News Radio WJPF. So just keep it until I tell you otherwise.
I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
One sec.
Play another commercial.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home, serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The
Keep rolling through the commercials till I tell you otherwise.
Not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25.
Okay, you can bring it back after this one.
When you sign up for e-statements.
After this one?
Yes, sir.
To over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Here we go.
Back at Harrisburg, Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you as we are getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball here this evening. The starting lineup for the visiting Carterville Lions being announced, and Coach Shane Hawkins, Alex Kimbrough, the 6-foot senior, number 3, gets the start. Zach Snow picking up the start in place of Caden Wilson, who is not available due to illness tonight. Zach Snow, the 6-foot sophomore, number 20. The 6'4 junior, number 21, Colton Hawkins. Parker Poole, the 6'4 senior, number 23. And finally, it's going to be the 5'9 sophomore, number 25, Maddox Gully. Kimbrough, Snow, Hawkins, Poole, and Gully, the starting 5 for Coach Shane Hawkins. Nice to see Zach Snow get the start tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do in this opportunity here, and he certainly has the skill to go out there and knock down a couple of threes and play some good defense on the other end. So, yeah, good luck to Zach here tonight.
Kimbrough averaging about 6.8 points a ball game. Zach Snow about 4.3. Colton Hawkins, the leading scorer for this Lions team at 11.8. Parker Poole comes in just under 5 points a ball game, and Maddox Gully 4.9. One of those players that I really would like to see kind of get things going is Parker Poole. They need Parker Poole to be able to – he struggled to finish at the bucket this year. But, I mean, it's not that he's not had good opportunities. He's just so strong. He just overpowers the basketball sometimes.
Well, he's an athlete, right?
He's an athlete.
He's a 6'3", 6'4 athlete.
Yep.
And you need a guy like that on the floor who can make plays. He can block shots. He can rebound. He can score. He just has to be a little bit more consistent, But I mean, Parker Poole has most all the tools you need to be a very good player, and there's still plenty of season left for him to really find that niche.
Absolutely. The starting lineups for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher being announced now for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. You have the 6'4 senior, number 12, Caden Young. The 6-foot senior, number 20, Reed Ryder. The 6'1 senior, number 21, Jalen Ellis. The 6'2 senior, Adrian Mann. And the 6'4 senior, number 30, Owen ran. So it'll be Young, Ryder, Ellis, Mann, and Owen ran. That are the starters for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher, who entered the game 9-4 on the season. They come in averaging about 55 points a ball game. The Lions average about 52. And they're pretty even in the points per game allowed, as Harrisburg allows 43. The Lions average about 45. So when you look at these two teams on paper, John, they're pretty evenly matched.
They are, and I mean, obviously Carterville was seeded second. Harrisburg was seeded third, and that's why they finished at Eldorado. They are very evenly matched. Now, the difference is Caden Wilson out, Zach Snow in. Can Zach make up for Caden's points? And so if Zach can do that, or maybe Zach and somebody else can do that, then Carterville should still have an outstanding chance to win the ballgame.
The one good thing about Zach Snow, he shoots over 50% from the field.
Ooh, that's pretty sharp.
So he's pretty, he's at 53.3% on the season. Tip is controlled by the Carterville Lions. Thank you for tuning in here on News Radio WJPF. The Lions are moving left to right on your radio dial and are in their road orange uniforms with the blue numbers. Kimbrough takes it into the paint, gets stopped there, needs some help and needs to get rid of it, and a 3-second call is called on the Carterville Lions. So first possession and the first turnover of the game belongs to Carterville.
You don't see the 3-second violation called very often, and that was a legitimate call.
It absolutely was. So here come the Bulldogs. They're in their home whites with the purple numbers on the back. It's Jalen Ellis that brings it across the timeline. They work it over to the right side. That is Owen Rand. Hands it off to Ellis. Ellis, a mid-range jumper just inside the arc, and Ellis gets the scoring going for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. They lead it 2-0. Carterville's ball, Zach Snow to the elbow. Jumper for Zach. Too strong, tipped out, but the rebound is grabbed by Reed Ryder. Into the front court, here comes Caden Young. Young, top of the key, left side to Ellis. Head fake on Zach Snow. Now it's top of the key, back to Ryder. Over to the right wing to Young. Young throws it up top to Adrian Mann, his first touch here in the half court. Over to Ellis on the left wing. Now it's top of the key to Rand. Rand keeps it around the screen, takes it to the low block, puts it up high off the glass, no good. And Burke Poole jumps up and grabs that rebound. 2-0, Harrisburg on top. Lions with the ball. Colton Hawkins into the paint, kicks it out to Snow out on the left wing. Now throws it up top to Gully. Gully takes it inside the arc to the right side. Kimbrough, cross, skip pass over to Hawkins. Into the paint, back to Kimbrough. He's got a wide open three, takes it, a little short, and the rebound is grabbed by Adrian Mann. 6:18 remaining here, 1:45 gone in this first quarter. 2-0 Harrisburg. They have the ball as well as they kick it out to Ellis out here on the left wing. Now to the top of the key, it's Adrian Mann. Mann backs it up toward the logo, back to Ellis left wing. Right-hand dribble, throws it up top to Reed Ryder. Now it is a long three put up from Adrian Mann, no good, but it's Ellis that gets the rebound and keeps the possession with the Bulldogs. It's 5:50 remaining. Jumper from just above the free throw line, no good from Ellis. Poole gets his second rebound. And Carterville a chance to tie or take the lead here on this possession. Out to the left wing. Kimbrough drives it into the lane, puts it up with the floater, and it's good. Alex Kimbrough has the first bucket for the Lions.
Good strong move down the paint.
It absolutely was. 2-2 ball game. Harrisburg's basketball. Ellis right side to Adrian Mann. Mann tried to kick it out. Turnover. Gives it back to Carterville. That's the first turnover on the Bulldogs. Zach Snow feeds the post. Kimbrough off the glass. Oh, just short. And another bunny miss by the Lions. By Kimbrough, keeps it 2-2. Rebound to the Bulldogs.
He doesn't miss many of those down the
No, he doesn't. So Ellis, who transferred from Creel Springs over to Marion, and he's been outstanding for the Bulldogs. Left wing three parried by Caden Young. First three-pointer of the game. And it puts Harrisburg up 5-3. Kimbrough here on the right wing. Lions playing without Caden Wilson this evening. Maddox Gulling gets a touch. Now kicks it to Snow on the left wing. He drives it across the top of the lane, reverses, finds Parker Poole. Poole trying to get to the block, kicks it to the corner right. That's Kimbrough. Alex to the high post, hands it off. Snow, a spin three, puts it up. Kimbrough the rebound, gets the head fake. Thought he got fouled from behind. Parker Poole was there trying to clean it up, and Parker did get fouled. So the first foul of the ball game goes to the Harrisburg Bulldogs, and it's going to be on, let's see if they post the player.
It's on number 12, and that would be Chase Young, or Caden Young.
Okay. Free throw from Parker Poole is good. Parker, number 23, averaging 4.7 a game, hits both the free throws.
He made both free throws. He's been working on them, hasn't he?
51% shooter for the season, and the Lions cut the lead down to 1. It's 5-4 with 4:13 remaining. Taking it across the top of the key, that is Owen Rand. Needs some help and gets it from Adrian Mann. Mann between the leg dribble up toward midcourt, toward the far hash. They're moving right to left. Ellis passes up the 3, puts the ball on the floor, drives it through the lane, tied up. Kimbrough reaches in, and they're going to call a jump ball. Good job by Alex Kimbrough to tie it up. The possession arrow is going to keep it with the Bulldogs. 5-4 is our score here at Harrisburg. Ellis up top. Dribbles once with the right hand, now whips it off to Caden Young here between the circles. He's left of the circle, takes it to the free throw line to Ellis in step 3, too strong, and Colton Hawkins gets the board for the Lions. Brings it across midcourt himself, speeds his way to the rim, puts it up, splits the defender, tried the layup, missed it, too short. Dogs get the rebound. Outlet right side. Adrian Mann toward corner right. Nice bounce pass down low and converted by Reed Ryder. He was wide open on that low block, and he converts it, and the Bulldogs lead it 7-4. Ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Carterville. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the city of Carterville. Update you about the upcoming potential for winter weather. The city and staff have equipment ready for keeping the roads passable. Maintaining the designated snow routes will be their priority, and a map of those routes can be found at visitcarterville.com. The city of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson say, let's go Lions. Shot no good from Colton Hawkins. Harrisburg gets the rebound. And a travel is called by Jalen Ellis, turning the ball back over to the Carterville Lions. Turnover number 2, John.
Yeah, just a little bit careless with the handling of the basketball there. The Lions get it back.
7-4 ball game. And it's Maddox Gully, the sophomore, that brings it across midcourt after the inbound pass. Hawkins feeds Gully as he was sliding through the lane, got pushed from behind, but the ball went off his foot. And now each team has 2 turnovers in the game.
So now Jaden Wilson will come in for the Lions. Maybe he can provide a spark.
Caden Wilson is under the weather and not available here tonight. Of course, Caden and Colton Hawkins were part of that Eldorado Holiday Tournament all-tourney team. But illness has been going through some of these teams as the shot's no good from Reed Ryder. Zach Snow got the rebound. Here's Hawkins at the free throw line, reverses it to Snow, now right side to Kimbrough. Kimbrough across the top of the lane, now to Hawkins. He's out on the left wing, crosses over between the legs, corner left to Snow. Snow feeds the low post, that's Poole, and he tried to catch the cutter. Colton Hawkins missed him, turnover the other way. Ellis, reverse layup is good. That's a beautiful play by Jalen Ellis.
Sure was.
He's got 4 in the game, and it's a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Carterville with the basketball here. Under 2 to play in the opening quarter. A quick first quarter. Spin move by Kimbrough. Short arms the layup, and the miss gives the rebound to Harrisburg. Adrian Mann across midcourt to Jalen Ellis. To the block. Got away with the travel and missed the shot. Carterville's Hawkins gets the rebound. Slows the pace down. 1:35 remaining here in the opening quarter. 9-4 is our score. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. Be back with you tomorrow evening as well. Jaden Wilson to Parker Poole. Poole at the elbow, now to Snow. He's out on the right wing. Drives it across the top of the key to Hawkins. He puts up the 3, short, and the rebound is grabbed by Caden Young for the Bulldogs with 72 seconds remaining. in the opening quarter. Coach Andy Fehrenbacher clapping his hands, rooting on his Bulldogs. They have the 5-point lead, 9-4, and the ball. Out on the right wing, Caden Young, left-hand dribble, brings it up top to the logo at midcourt. A step from that midcourt line. Has Kimbrough on him defensively to the right side, crosses up, brings it left, down the lane, bumps into a couple defenders, tied up, and they're going to call a foul and not a jump ball.
It should have been a travel before the foul.
It should have been a travel or a jump ball. Parker Poole is who picks up the foul. That's the first on Parker. And at the line, it is going to be Caden Young, the 6'4 senior. Got a three-pointer here in the game. He's got 2 free throws coming, and he hits the first. So 4 in the game now for Caden. Cans them both. We got a stoppage, substitution. As coming off the floor is going to be Caden Young, and into the game is going to be Chandler Costell. Carterville's ball, they trail 11-4 here on the road at Harrisburg. Kimbrough dishes it off to Jaden Wilson. He's got an open 3, in and out, no good, and the rebound grabbed by Jalen Ellis with 30 seconds remaining here until the second quarter. 11-4, a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. They're going to hold for the final shot. There's 22 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. Ellis across the top with Zach Snow on him defensively. Right side to man. Adrian up top. 8 or 12, 11, 10 now on the clock. Here's Jalen Ellis. Crosses over, dishes it out. Right wing 3, no good. Long rebound back to Ellis. The floater with the right hand, no good. Hawkins the rebound, and that ends the first quarter of action. 11-4 is the score. The Harrisburg Bulldogs lead your Carterville Lions here on the road at Harrisburg in this river-to-river conference game. We will be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family.
60.
Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702. IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. As we start play here in the second quarter at Harrisburg, Bulldogs in command here early, have a 7-point lead. It is 11-4, John Homan.
Lions can easily figure out why they're losing this ball game by 7. They are 1 of 11. Shooting the basketball in the first quarter.
Absolutely, and 2 free throws.
And another miss there.
Came from Parker Poole, and another miss, giving the ball back to the Bulldogs. So into the front court, here's Caden Young. Young up top with Kimbrough on him defensively. Coach Fehrenbacher puts the play call out. Young to the right wing, crosses up, brings it around the screen from Reed Ryder. Now takes it, dishes it corner left. There in the corner is Adrian Mann, and a turnover is going to give it back to the Carterville Lions.
You know, one thing, Dave, that I've heard from other coaches talk about in the past playing at Harrisburg, it's just a different look. You have all this openness behind the baskets. You're not, no bleachers in the background. It's just
on one end.
On one end.
Yeah.
Just a little bit trickier.
It's kind of like shooting at the arena, in my opinion.
Exactly. And it's not just a lot of open space.
Want to feed to Poole. He makes the bucket. Parker converts, giving him 4 in the game. And that makes it a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. 11-6 is our score. Yeah, you're exactly right. The depth perception here to our left. The runner with the left hand, no good, and Hawkins gets the rebound for the Lions. Is just a little bit different to the left.
It is, absolutely is.
Right wing, Snow got bumped, spins, takes it to the block, tried to feed Poole, does. Parker kicks it out to Caden Wilson. Now it's Snow, wide open three. That's Zach Snow, shooting 53% from the field. He hits the three from the top of the key, and we've got a 2-point ball game. Nice little run here by the Lions, make it 11-9. Adrian Mann with Jaden Wilson on him. J-Will. He was able to shake him for a second. Snow grabs the ball on the air ball miss from Adrian Mann. Wilson to Colton Hawkins. Colton, little fadeaway jumper, good for Colton Hawkins. His first field goal of the game, and Coach Fehrenbacher needs to talk to his Bulldogs because guess what? The Carterville Lions are on a 7-0 run here to start the second quarter, and they've tied it up 11-11 with 6:08 remaining. We'll take a break for 30 seconds. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF.
Bank with people who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern
Just
Bank
30.
is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank. Community banking at its best. Member FDIC,
5 seconds.
Equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
This broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. And walk-ins are welcome on South Division Street in Carterville. That's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. What a run by the Lions to start this second quarter, tying it up 11-11, a 7-0 run in the first 2 minutes of this quarter. Harrisburg has the ball coming out of the timeout. Jalen Ellis up top. Backs it up, sets the play for the Bulldogs. Off to the right side, that's Owen Rand. Rand kicks it out, left wing to Ellis. Ellis is going to bring it back top of the key between the circles. Around the screen to the right side, just inside the arc, puts up the 15-footer, no good, missed it. Parker Poole gets the rebound for Carterville. So a chance to keep this 7-0 run going for the Lions here. Wilson, Hawkins, straight away three, in and out, and no good. And high off the rebound was Caden Young. Outlet pass to Ellis here on the left wing. Crossing up on Snow. Good job by Zach to cut him off on that baseline drive. Parker Poole got a hand on a pass, but it wound up right into the hands of Reed Ryder. Ryder converts. He's got 4 in the game. And back to a 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. And losing the ball and turning it over. Both teams is in the backcourt. Jaden Wilson couldn't hold on to it. And Jalen Ellis took over, and then he dribbled it right off his foot. So each team with 4 turnovers here with under 5 to play until halftime. Coming up, we're going to have our Bank of Heron halftime report. John and I will recap this game. We'll look at scores from around Southern Illinois. 3 from Snow is no good. Bulldogs get the rebound into the front court. Reed Ryder spin, got fouled, and the bucket's going to count. The foul on Carterville is going to put Owen Rand at the line. Parker Poole picked up his second. So Rand is at the line, the 6'4" senior. Adrian Mann back into the game. He comes in to replace Braxton Murphy, who goes to the bench.
Fouls on Poole, eh? That's his second one.
Free throw's no good. Poole gets that rebound. Keeps it a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Parker's got to be careful not to pick up that third one.
Absolutely. Here comes Jaden Wilson. He brings it into the front court. Snow takes it. Zach on the right wing, hands it off to Jaden Wilson. Jaden to Kimbrough. Kimbrough to the high post to Hawkins. 1 foot outside the arc, leaves it for Kimbrough around the screen from Poole and Hawkins. Now it's Jaden Wilson trying to float across the line. Backdoor feed to Hawkins. Reverse layup. Colton gets fouled, and he'll have free throws coming as the foul is going to be Rand, who picks up his first. So Colton Hawkins, who shoots 70% from the line, 71%, averaging 11.8 per ball game. First free throw is good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip in Energy. Come taste the legend. You know they have car hops now. You can call ahead, place your order at 618-988-9210. When you get there, those car hops will bring that food out to you. That's at the Polar Whip in Energy. Colton Hawkins, second free throw. Gets that to go.
Logan Engel checks in for the Lions, getting his first taste of ball tonight.
Lions have cut the lead down to 2. It's Harrisburg basketball, though, as Ellis has it between the circles. Gets it to Adrian Mann. Mann takes it across the logo at midcourt. Over to the far side. Jaden Wilson on him defensively. Mann brings it near side. Ellis just inside the arc on the left wing. Backs it up. Looking for the cut. Got the screen. Kicks it to Mann. Corner left 3 from Adrian is good. He's got a great shot, Adrian does.
Some Lions fans may know Mann from track. He was a state champion in the hurdles.
His first field goal of the game pushes the lead back out to 5. It's 18-13. Hawkins kicks it to Wilson. He's got an open 3 and was off the front of the iron. No good. The rebound is grabbed by Owen Rand for the Bulldogs. He brings it into the front court himself. Crosses up top of the key against Poole. Poole reached in, slapped the ball away. Turnover, winds up with Kimbrough. Good hands by, that's one thing about Parker Poole. His hands are fast. He can cut down the passing lane, put the ball on the floor. He'll tip it away from you. So that forces Harrisburg their 5th turnover here in this first half. Shot no good from Hawkins, and it's Jalen Ellis that picks up the rebound for the Bulldogs. He takes it the length of the floor, floats, and gets the touch. 6 in the game for Ellis. So it's back to a 7-point lead. That quarter lead that the Bulldogs had was 7, and Carterville tied it up. But another turnover, the 5th on the Lions. The runner is good from Adrian Mann. He's starting to heat things up a little bit here for the Bulldogs.
Up to a 9-point lead, biggest lead of the game.
22-13, 2:17 remaining. Hawkins down the right side. Off balance shot, no good, didn't hit anything. And Adrian Mann gets the ball for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes until halftime. Coming up, our Bank of Heron halftime report. This is a conference game between these two teams. Harrisburg has 1 conference win. Lions have 1 conference loss to the Heron Tigers a couple weeks back. Runner from the left hand and a foul. Owen Rand gets the bucket.
And I believe Parker Poole has picked up number 3. Yep.
Yeah, so Parker's going to have to go to the bench.
When you're beat, no use giving them an extra point and picking up a foul. Just let them have the basket.
Don't reach it behind them. And so here comes Zach Snow replacing Parker Poole as Owen Rand completes the 3-point play. He's got 5 here in the second quarter, making it 25-13. Minute 35 remaining until halftime. Lions find themselves down 12 points. Jaden Wilson has his pass tipped away, taking it the length of the floor. Caden Young got bump fouled, and that is going to be on Jaden Wilson, the first on Jaden. So 6 turnovers on Carterville. Coming out of the game is going to be Owen Rand. Braxton Murphy checks in for Coach Fehrenbacher. Bulldogs with a minute 23. They lob it into Mann. Now he gets it to Jalen Ellis. Here to the left wing, Caden Young. Back to Mann, up top. Maddox Gully back in the game, picks up Adrian Mann defensively. Reverses, here comes Caden Young. Fadeaway jumper, good from Caden. 7 in the game, that's his first bucket here in the second quarter though. And what a run here to close out the second part of this second quarter, the second half here.
16-2 run, 16-2.
27-13 is our score. Here comes Maddox Gully, right hand floater's good. Gully's in the scorebook now for Carterville, averaging 4, almost 5 a game. With 37 seconds left, 27-15. Harrisburg will hold for the final shot, 30 seconds. Adrian Mann needs some help, and that's Caden Young. He goes to the right side with Kimbrough on him. Back up top to Jalen Ellis. 17, 16, 15 here in this second quarter. They'll move with about 8 on the clock. It's at 10 now. Ellis, he launched a 3 with 10 seconds left and buried it because there was nobody on him defensively.
They called it a 2.
They did call it a 2?
Yes, they did.
And Carterville can't get a shot off at the end of the quarter. But what a run to close out the second quarter for the Harrisburg Bulldogs as they lead at 29-15 here as we are heading to halftime. It's our Bank of Herrin halftime report coming up. We will be back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Matheen Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
The Bank of Herrin has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Herrin. Find out more at bankofherrin.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. At the Bank of Herrin, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Herrin is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Herrin, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Harrisburg High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. We're at the half. It's our Bank of Herrin halftime report. We're here at the half. Man, at the end of the first quarter, Harrisburg had a 7-point lead, 11-4 on the Carterville Lions, and the Lions went on a 7-0 run, tied it up, and then Harrisburg just flipped it right around, went on a run of their own, and Carterville only able to score 11 points there in that second quarter as Harrisburg scores 18, and they lead at 29-15 here at the halftime. And some good scoring will run through. The individual scoring will start first with the Harrisburg Bulldogs. You have 8 in the game from Jalen Ellis, 4 from Reed Ryder, 7 from Caden Young, 5 for Adrian Mann, and Owen Rand has 5. So that is balanced scoring for the starting 5 for Coach Fehrenbacher and the Harrisburg Bulldogs, John.
It is, and take a look at the team stats, and Harrisburg's very solid, 12 out of 23, just above 50% in the first half, 12 from 23 from the field. They were 2 out of 5 from three-point line. That's 40%. That's very good. Carterville, just the opposite. Carterville, 5 out of 21 from the field.
Wow.
That is abysmal. That also translates to less than 20%. They were, excuse me, let me get that right now. 5 out of, nice, about 23%, pardon me. And then they were 1 out of 8 on threes. So the 13, 14% on three-point lines, the Lions just are not shooting the ball well at all.
Well,
they struggled the entire half. They had a little surge where they made 3 shots in a row to tie the game. But other than that little three-basket surge, they haven't scored on the front end of that or the back end of that.
This Lions team comes in shooting 41% as a team from the field, 26% from three-point land. So, you know, it was a nice run there to close out the half for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. When you look at the scoring for the Lions, Colton Hawkins, Parker Poole, each with 4. Then you have Max Gully with 2, 3 from Zach Snow, and 2 from Alex Kimbrough. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-K and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere at Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville. We're going to go on and take another break, and when we come back, we'll look at scores from around Southern Illinois as we continue here on our Bank of Heron halftime report on News Radio WJPF. Back in 90 seconds.
Anything interesting?
Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees.
Heron getting beat by Mount Vernon 29-17.
Really? Well, that kind of interests me. To see, it certainly will impact the rankings that we have. I think when it comes right down to it, Mount Vernon and Centralia are just better than Benton, Heron, Pinckneyville. I think they're just better.
I'm kind of one of these guys that until Benton gets beat, you have to pick them number 1.
That's where we have them. That's where we have them. But I mean, they had to come from behind and got lucky against Pinckneyville. And Pinckneyville's a good team.
Pinckneyville is a good team.
They are a good team. But I don't know that they're Centralia good or Mount
But
Vernon
that's
good.
that's what good teams do. They come back and, you know,
I mean,
till you knock them off. I just think they're number 1.
Yeah, you can. I'm just saying that Mount Vernon and Centralia are playing bigger. The record's not as good. They're playing bigger and better competition.
Yeah, and that's always a balance when you're doing these.
Yeah, we're trying to do a polls
like this.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. It was an easy win for me. Ventura Bank, official partner of Tennessee Athletics, member FDIC.
29-15 is our score here at Harrisburg. Let's look at some scores from around Southern Illinois. Looking first at some Black Diamond games. First quarter score. A third quarter score. Flora leads Robinson this evening, 30-29. Cahokia Conference games. Central blowing out Freeburg tonight, 35-9. Oakville Westland tied at 26. And let's see here. First quarter score, Carlisle leads Redbud 7-6. Looking at some Gateway Metro games. Actually, doesn't look like there's any Friday night games in the Gateway Metro. For the Greater Egyptian, Lovejoy and Crab Orchard are playing, but no score there. South 7 and River to River teams. The Heron Tigers at home tonight hosting the Mount Vernon Rams, and I've got a score at the half, 37-17, Mount Vernon on top of Heron.
Wow, now that is surprising. I mean, I'm not surprised that Mount Vernon's winning. Surprised that they're up by 20 at the half if that score is
exactly.
Accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at some other conference games tonight, River to River teams. You have West Frankfort taking on Chester, but there's no score being reported in that game. And here, the one conference game, this Ohio Conference Division Conference game, the Lions find themselves down 14 points. It is 29-15 here on the road at Harrisburg. Don't forget the Lions are going to be home tomorrow night when they host the DuQuoin Indians. We'll have the JV game and then the varsity game. Pregame coverage will start at 7:15 with tip-off around 7:30. Bulldogs are the first team out of the locker room. The officials are making their way out. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Bank of Heron halftime report. When we come back, it's second half action here from Harrisburg. They lead it 29-15 back in 90 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather has arrived, and it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com, your local York dealer. committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Welcome back to Harrisburg. Don't forget to tune in bright and early tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock with Sports Voice with Murph and Hudson. They'll go through and they'll talk about the high school games from around Southern Illinois. They'll name their high school basketball team of the week. And then don't forget, again, tonight, Darren Kennard, late. It'll be sometime after 10 o'clock, 10:30 or so. He'll have the River Radio Friday nights live on Facebook, where he'll update all the scores from around Southern Illinois. So we got you covered. All the highlights will be on News Radio WJPF in the morning, Sports Voice with Murph and Hudson. And
I think you just gave Murph and Hudson a stroke when you said 6 a.m. on the show.
yeah, they would not show up. I'm sure. You know, Murph, he likes not doing sports news at 6 in the morning. I don't blame him, actually.
No, I wouldn't either.
So both teams come out. Coach Shane Hawkins spent a considerable amount of time with his Lions at halftime, as they only got about 30 seconds worth of shoot-around time, but we're underway here. Teams have flipped ends. Harrisburg moving left to right here in their home whites. They lead it 29-15. They have the basketball. Adrian Mann, top of the key. High post, gets it right back as he fed it to Ryder. Now Mann over to the right wing. That's Jalen Ellis. Ellis back to Mann. Harrisburg taking some time on this possession. Up top, they've kind of done that. Ate up some clock on every possession. Bounce pass over top of the key to Owen Rand. Rand, left-hand dribble. Gets it to Adrian Mann. This possession at about 40 seconds now. Adrian Mann thought he got fouled. No foul called. Carterville gets the turnover. They bring it the other way, and Zach Snow gets the runner on the feed from Parker Poole. 4 in the game for Zach, who got the start in place of Caden Wilson, who's under the weather this evening. Turnaround jumper in and out, no good from Owen Rand. Carterville gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Snow to the rim, waits on the defender, off the glass, and good. Nice little run here to start the second half. 7 for Zach Snow. And
get back in the game. Get that, good confidence going back again.
10-point lead now, 29-19 for the Bulldogs. Over on the left side, Ellis has a short jumper, bricked that one, and Zach Snow gets the board for Carterville. So Maddox Gully brings it across midcourt. Carterville in the road orange. Zach Snow, open three, right wing, in and out. Oh, almost went in a second time. Cutter, Poole, off the glass. Parker Poole, the runner. 6 in the game for Parker. Carterville on the run here. And a timeout called by Coach Andy Fehrenbacher as Carterville has cut this game down to 8 points. It's been a game of runs here this evening, and Carterville's on one right now. They trail by 8. It's 29-21. We will be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is
just
one
30.
of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's-only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell's Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage with new computerized four-wheel alignment machine. If you need a tow, you can call 618-942-4875. John Homan, Lions are on a run here.
Yeah, 6-0 run and looking good in the process. See if they can keep the ball moving in the right direction.
Coming out of the timeout, Harrisburg misses the shot, and Zach Snow gets the rebound for Carterville. 5:45 remaining, 29-21. Down low, Parker Poole again.
Nice
he's playing with 3 fouls, John.
He is. Hawkins spotted him open, made a great pass.
He's got 8 in the game. Comes into the game averaging about 4.7. So 29-23, a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs with the ball. Ellis now to Adrian Mann on the curl. Back to Ellis on the left wing. Gets it to Caden Young. Young free throw line jumper is good.
Wow.
He's got a quick trigger.
They needed that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. That stops the bleeding there. Takes it back to an 8-point game, 31-23. Carterville's ball, though. Baseline drive and a blocking foul is going to be called on Adrian Mann. That is only the 3rd team foul in the game on Harrisburg. Carterville only has 4 team fouls in the game so far. But Adrian Mann, Caden Young picks up the foul. So it's going to be Carterville ball. They trigger into Poole. Hawkins has an open 3. Oh, boy, that was off badly.
Yeah, sure was.
Harrisburg gets the ball. Caden Young up top, brings it to the right side. Hands it off into the game now, Chandler Castell. Castell into the paint, dishes it off left side. Castell, a senior, 5'10", wears number 14 on his back. Jumper, too strong from Owen Rand. Carterville gets another board. Here comes Gully. Carterville does a good job hitting the boards. They get about 26, almost 27 rebounds a game. Free throw line, Snow to Gully. Spin move by Gully. Lost the dribble. Finds Snow open on the left wing, and he reverses out back to Gully. 4:19. Here's Gully. Runner off the glass, a little off the mark, and the rebound grabbed by Harrisburg. 31-23, the 8-point lead for the Bulldogs with the ball. Midway through this 3rd quarter. It's been a fast-paced game because there's not been any foul calls on either team, really. Caden Young now to Braxton Murphy. He misses the jumper. Colton Hawkins gets the rebound and dribbles out on the run. Carterville had numbers for moments. Zach Snow's 3, a little short. Kimbrough comes in, and a foul is going to be called on Chandler Castell. Castell picks up his first. So it's Carterville ball. Baseline left. Gully whips it in to Hawkins. Hawkins bumps off the defender, hands it back to Maddox. Maddox to the right side to Snow. Snow takes it into the paint. Had his pass tipped out, but it comes out to Hawkins. Colton down the lane. Dodges the defender. In and out, no good. I mean, Carterville saves it. Kimbrough to the block. To Hawkins, open 3, no good. That ball does not want to go in through the net. It bounced all over the place.
Yeah, both of the shots. Bad luck for Colton.
3:12 remaining here in the 3rd. 31-23. Off to the right of the circle, to the right wing. That's Caden Young. Young, top of the key. They work it over to the left side. Now on the left wing to Owen Rand. Rand with the right-hand dribble brings it up top. Hands it off to Murphy. Left side, Castell puts up the 3. Too strong. Hawkins another rebound for Carterville. Slowing the pace with just 2:40 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. Carterville trails 31-23, but they have the ball. Hawkins to the block, low block, fade away, no good. Ball tips out, and Zach Snow keeps it for the Lions. Here comes Maddox Gully, left-hand runner. Good job by Maddox Gully.
Penetrated the lane, broke down the defense, and nice left-hander off the glass.
Yep, 31-25, a 6-point game. Castell up top. Hands it now to Murphy. Braxton Murphy, the 6'1 sophomore. Pulled up the dribble. Now he gets Castell on the right wing. Thought about driving the baseline, but was cut off. Skips it over left side. 3, left wing. Just wedges that between the rim and the backboard. Outlet pass to Maddox Gully. Nice feed to cut Zach Snow. Give Gully the assist. Snow the bucket. 9 in the game for Zach. And guess what? We got a 4-point ball game.
Who'd have thought it?
Who'd have thunk it? Harrisburg's ball. Castell, left side. Bounce pass up top. Ryder now to Murphy. Murphy between the circles. Bounce pass right side, inside the arc. That's Caden Young to the free throw line. Leaves it for Reed Ryder. And now here comes Owen Rand. Rand off balance shot. Ball's tipped out. Good job by Snow to get the rebound. Outlet pass, Parker Poole. The runner with the right hand. Good for Parker Poole. Parker's into double digits for the Lions. He's got 10 and cut the lead down to 2. It's 31-29 with 55 seconds remaining. Good quarter for the Lions. They trailed 29-15, the 14-point lead for the Bulldogs at the half. 44-43 on the clock now. On right side, Caden Young, and a foul called on Carterville. And it's either going to be on Gully or Kimbrough. And it's going to be on Alex. Yeah. So Alex picks up his first foul.
But it's out on the floor. It's not a shooting foul, looks like. So that's a break for the Lions, I would say.
Well, that's only the first team foul here in the quarter on the Lions. Bulldogs basketball. Nice bounce pass to Ellis, and he converts on the inbound pass. So Ellis with 10 now. Makes it a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs, 33-29. 23 seconds remaining until the end of the quarter. Hawkins reverses, right side, Snow, wide open 3. He loves that spot, and he just can't get it to go. And the Bulldogs get the rebound now with 12 seconds remaining. Here comes Jalen Ellis into the front court, into the paint, dishes it right side. Adrian Mann, jumper from 15, good. And the shot at the buzzer, no good. And Harrisburg bounces back there in the last 60 seconds. They have the lead back up 35-29, a 6-point lead for the Harrisburg Bulldogs as we are heading to the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed
I really
repairs.
thought they'd hold the ball for the
Life
last
doesn't
shot.
always go
I
as
did too.
planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com.
Rand
your local
checking
York
back
dealer,
in for
committed to
Harrisburg.
keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best.
Good job
Member
overall,
FDIC,
just a
equal
bad
housing
finish.
lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Welcome back here to Harrisburg High School. Dave McKenzie. And it is John Homan. Don't forget, Mayor Brad Robinson, the city of Carterville, want to update you about the upcoming winter weather that's coming in. The city and the staff and the equipment are ready for keeping the roads passable, and maintaining the designated snow routes is going to be the priority. You can find a map of those designated snow routes if you go to visitcarterville.com. Mayor Brad Robinson and the city of Carterville say, let's go Lions. That's what we say as well as we head to the fourth quarter. They're down 6, 35-29, John.
Well, the Lions got themselves back in the ball game. That's the main thing. Now, they probably should have held for the last shot and not given Harrisburg another chance to score, but at least it's been whittled down from 14 down to 6, so very manageable deficit.
And a blocking foul is going to be called on Owen Rand. It's the second on Rand. First team foul here in this fourth quarter. So it's Carterville basketball here on the near sideline. Colton Hawkins standing right square in front of his dad, head coach Shane Hawkins. Needs to get it in, lobs it in. Snow gets it for Carterville. Left side, head fake by Hawkins to the block. Off balance shot, no good. Little short, and Jalen Ellis gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Adrian Mann to Ellis. Ellis a slow stroll across mid-court at the logo. Right side to Adrian Mann, top of the key. Poole picks off the pass. Takes it the other way. Waits on the defender. Good for Parker Poole. He's feeling it tonight. He's got 12 in the game. He leads all scorers here. What a good ball game from Parker Poole.
What a good night to step up.
35-31. Lions down 4. Jalen Ellis now to Caden Young. Young to the right side, back to Ellis out on that right wing. Carterville backs off the defense off of Ellis. Now it's over to Caden Young on the left wing. Back and forth, left to right, top of the key. They work it over to Mann. Mann head fake to the block, puts up the shot, got fouled. Gully may have picked up the foul. Nope. Oh, yeah, 25. Yep, that is Maddox Gully. Thought at first that was going to be Parker's fourth. Instead, it's Maddox's first, and we'll take it. We'll take that. Adrian Mann is at the line. Adrian, the 6'2 senior, his free throw is good.
Solid player, just a good all-around athlete. Underrated at times.
Yeah, and you heard Coach Shane Hawkins say that in the pregame show. Said he felt like he may be one of the top point guards in Southern Illinois. The second free throw is no good, and the ball comes out to Adrian Mann, so a reset for the Bulldogs. 36-31, 6:45 here remaining in this fourth quarter. It was 11-4 at the end of the first, Harrisburg. 29-15 Harrisburg at the half. 35-29 at the end of 3. Now it's 36-31. Caden Young to Mann. Bounce pass left, right wing to Ryder, back to Owen Rand. Rand to Ryder, now to Caden Young.
Ooh, that's double dribble.
Should have been. Jalen Ellis wants to back it up. Harrisburg running clock here. Colton Hawkins got a hand on the ball, but he couldn't control it. Ball goes in the backcourt. Poole comes in, knocks it out of bounds, and it is Harrisburg basketball.
Good hustle by Hawkins and Poole, pushing the ball down the floor the other way.
Really like how Parker has played tonight.
Played very well. He's been the best player for the Lions tonight.
Yes, he has. He's been outstanding and been hoping he would get a game like this. Knew he was capable. So Harrisburg's man and Maddox Gully got the foul, and the bucket is good. So Maddox Gully picks up the second. That bucket counted, right?
Yes, it did. He has 10, Mann does, and he's kind of pushing the Bulldogs out ahead of the Lions here in the fourth quarter.
Number 23, the and one. No good.
Oh, missed
Ellis
the rebound.
gets the rebound, and he is able to convert that.
Just can't do that.
So instead of a three-point play, it's a 4-point possession for the Bulldogs, and it's back to a 9-point lead. Got to believe the Lions have a run in them, though, here in the second half of this last quarter. Straightaway three from Snow, off, no good. Rebound, Bulldogs. And so here comes Jalen Ellis with 5:15 remaining in this contest. Harrisburg has one conference win. Carterville has just one conference loss. Harrisburg would like to go to 2-0. The Lions would like to even up at 1-1. Non-conference game tomorrow night at home against the DuQuoin Indians. John's going to go do Marion Centralia tomorrow night. I'll be flying by myself as the Lions take on the Indians. Pre-game coverage about 7:15. Tip-off around 7:30. Also, just a reminder, this weather coming in, everybody be safe this weekend.
Absolutely.
Going to get pretty nasty, it sounds like, on late Saturday night, Sunday, into Monday morning. So 4.5 remaining here Harrisburg just using a lot of time on every possession now. Adrian Mann lost the dribble, pulls it up. Somebody's got to come get him, and finally kicks it out. They can reset the offense. 4:15. Ellis runs over the defender, but a blocking call is called on Alex Kimbrough. It's going to be the second on Kimbrough, and that is team foul number 5 here in this fourth quarter. So Harrisburg going to be shooting free throws the last 4:13, and at the line is Jalen Ellis, who's got 12 on the night, misses the free throw. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Proud supporter Carterville Lions basketball. IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Also brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling, men, women, and children. Offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome on South Division Street in Carterville. Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Man missed both free throws. Hawkins gets the bucket in the foul. The other way as he just took it down the lane, and the foul. The bucket is going to count. It's going to be on Owen Rand. That's the third on Rand. Colton now with 6 in the game and the chance at the three-point play the other way to cut this back down to a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs.
There's still time. There's still half a quarter left, so there's plenty of time for the Lions, but they have to capitalize when they're on the offensive end.
71% free throw shooter is Hawkins, and he misses the free throw. So 6 in the game for Colton. He comes in averaging 11, so he's under his average here with 3:50 remaining in the game. That's Ryder. Ryder runs over the top of.
Like an elbow to the face there.
Reed Ryder picks up the foul. And that was Logan Engel that took that shot.
I thought it was Colton Hawkins that took the shot. Okay.
And Logan on his feet. So here comes Jaden Wilson. Wilson bumps into the defender to Colton. Colton just lost the handle. Turns it over. Is that right? That's the first turnover in the second half.
Yeah,
okay.
not a good time, but yeah, you're right.
40-33, 3.5 remaining. Bulldogs with the lead and the ball.
I have to come out and foul really quick before long. Can't let them keep running clock.
Adrian Mann toward the near hash here. Just below us at Harrisburg. Takes it to the block. The runner no good. There. Ball's on the floor. Carterville comes away with it. Here comes Hawkins. 3-on-2, 4-on-2. Kimbrough off the glass and good. A timeout called by Shane Hawkins as Alex Kimbrough finishes the bucket there and makes it a 5-point ball game as we have timeout on the floor with 3:03 remaining in the game. And we'll break for 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
I'm sorry.
At the Bank of Heron,
14 on threes.
Just 30. What's that?
Lions are 1 out of 14 on threes. Wow. I just did not think that was possible with this team.
No, I always thought they'd be a better shooting team all season, but
yeah.
And maybe they'll crank it up. You know?
Maybe.
Hey, everybody online, good evening to you. Thanks for watching. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend, Polar Whip in Energy, a Southern Illinois tradition featuring car hops. Call ahead, place your order at 618-988-9210. When you get there, they'll bring that food out to your car. How awesome is that? That's at the Polar Whip in Energy. Lions trail by 5. It is 40-35. 3 minutes remaining here in this river-to-river conference game on the Ohio side. 2:55 remaining. Harrisburg with the ball coming out of the timeout. Timeout that was called by Shane Hawkins. So Adrian Mann over the left side to Owen Rand. Rand holds and tried to get it to Ellis. Good steal by Maddox Gully. Ball picked off from behind. He winds up on the floor. No foul called. Ellis helps up. Logan Engel actually is the one who stole the ball. Carterville steals again and throws it right back the other way.
Wow. Slop
and
out
then another turnover. The other way, Kimbrough gets the runner.
Whew.
6 in the game for Alex. And Lions have cut it down to 3. It's 40-37, 2:07 remaining. And Logan Ingle just picked up a foul. Is he trying to reach around on Ellis to get the basketball?
He's been on the floor more than he's been standing up here in this fourth quarter.
He has been. Maddox Gully coming in, and he's going to replace Logan Ingle.
Kind of like the Coyote getting flattened over and over again. He's had a rough fourth quarter.
Shane Hawkins likes the aggressiveness, though, from Logan Ingle. Gives him a pretty good, hard high five as he comes to the bench.
Jaden Wilson in there also trying to add some quickness.
2 minutes exactly. Lions down 3, 40-37. Adrian Mann's jumper makes it a 5-point ball game. Adrian with 12 in the game. Lions have it here on the near side. That's Kimbrough to the block on the low left side. Puts the shot up. Couldn't roll it over the front. No good. Got his own rebound. 3 on him. 3 defenders. And finally, a foul is called as it's going to be on Braxton Murphy.
Shooting foul.
So Kimbrough, a sub 50% free throw shooter, has the clock stopped with 1:37, a chance to cut this down to a 3-point lead. Alex with 6 in the game hits the first one. This Lions broadcast is also brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville. That's where they offer programs for infant to school-age children as well as pre-K and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. It's at Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville. Timeout is called by Coach Andy Fehrenbacher here with the clock at 1:37. It's going to be a full timeout for these teams and a 4-point ball game, 42-38. Harrisburg has the lead on your Lions. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
See that the Lions brought in Johnny Miller.
Did they, bro?
Brought in Miller. That's an interesting move there, too. I guess he's going to go for some pressure in the backcourt, you know.
It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale,
Two
and
sophomores,
Harrisburg
I guess
has been
it is.
taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Here's the story. 42-38 is our score. Harrisburg has the 4-point lead. Alex Kimbrough is at the line. He's hit one free throw. He's got a second one coming out of the timeout with 1:37 remaining. Harrisburg has one conference win, trying to pick up their second. Carterville trying to pick up their first conference win. Kimbrough hits the second free throw.
Good for him.
8 in the game for Alex. Makes it a 3-point ball game, 42-39. 90 seconds remaining here. How will this game finish? Adrian Mann had his pass tipped. Ellis gets it in the backcourt. He better get in the front court. A 10-second call, or are they going to call a foul? Well, on Kimbrough.
Awfully close, wasn't it?
It was close. Third on Kimbrough. And so now going to the line is going to be Jalen Ellis. Jalen with 12 points here tonight.
Once again, not a 1-and-1 like it used to be. It's a 2-shot foul when you get to the bonus these days.
Ellis, who transferred from Creel Springs, misses the first free throw. Keeps it a one-possession ball game. Reed Reiner back into the game. Zach Snow, the three-point specialist on the floor. He got the start in place of Caden Wilson, who is ill tonight. Ellis misses the free throw again. Big rebound by Parker Poole.
4 missed free throws by Ellis.
Three-pointer would tie it. One possession game. Kicking it to Kimbrough, and they throw it away. Just off the fingertips of Alex.
Wow.
Gives it back to the Bulldogs. Yep. So now Johnny Miller is going to return to the floor. He comes in to replace Zach Snow. So it's a defensive replacement for offense from Zach Snow. Minute 13 remaining, 42-39. They lob it in, throw it into the backcourt. Almost stolen.
Yeah.
It is stolen. Parker Poole gets it for the Lions. Galley reverses. Hawkins thought about the three. Now to Maddox, to Kimbrough. Alex into the paint, stops, takes it back the other way. Galley, floater with the right hand off the back of the iron, no good. And a big rebound there for Owen Rand. For the Bulldogs, Carterville picks up the pressure. They have him trapped at the hash, and a foul called on Parker Poole, and that is going to be number 4 on Parker.
Lions had their opportunities that, they could have gone. Colton Hawkins had a wide open look for a three, but he passed on it, and I think he passed on it because he's not been hot shooting the basketball, but shooters got to shoot.
Yeah, Caden Young is going to be shooting the free throws, though. He's got 9 in the game. And he hits the first. If I was going to foul anybody on the floor right now, I think I'd foul Ellis.
Well, of course,
he's missed 4 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Maybe if I stand up, that'll change us. Turn around, John.
I know it's hard to pass on these comfortable stools up here in the press box, but I think I'll stand as well.
43-39 is our score with Caden Young at the line. Second free throw is good. 11 in the game for Caden Young. So a 2-possession ball game, 44-39. Length of the floor to go, 47 seconds remaining. Hawkins gets it into Gully, forces his way, ball kicked. It went off the foot of Adrian Mann, but they say it was off of Gully, and that official was not in the right place to see that.
Unfortunately, none of the other officials were either.
So the turnover, which is going to be turnover number 9 on Carterville, 4 here in this fourth quarter. Harrisburg gets the ball back, and finally Colton Hawkins has to come out and foul, and he does foul Ellis. So Ellis, chance to ice this game. It's a 5-point lead.
Yeah, 2 free throws just pretty much ends it right here.
And he hits the first one. That's a big free throw. Baker's dozen for Jalen Ellis. Second one coming. Clock is stopped with 42 seconds left. Coming up, we'll have our first Southern Bank postgame show as he cans both free throws. 14 for Ellis. He's the leading scorer here this evening. Gully reverses. Gets the bucket to fall, and a timeout is called quickly by Shane Hawkins. 6 in the game for Maddox Gully. And a timeout is called here with 30 seconds. We'll keep it here for this final timeout. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing since 1975. Full-service garage and towing. Need a tow? Get locked out of your car? Call Campbell Brothers at 618-942-4875. Coming up tonight on Facebook late, you'll be able to catch Darren Kennard with Friday Night Lights. He'll go through and wrap up all the scores from around the region this evening. I was going to update here. There was one game that we were paying very close attention to, and Benton beat Nashville 43-27 tonight.
Never a game, according to the former head coach Ron Van Horn with Sessler Valier. And that's impressive for Benton. I mean, Nashville's always solid. They played extremely well this year and beat Carterville at home a couple of weeks ago.
65-36 is the Mount Vernon Heron game.
That's just the biggest shocker of the night to me.
65-36.
Not that Mount Vernon is winning, just how they're winning.
So foul called on Carterville. Stops the clock, and Ellis is going to go to the line now with 31 seconds remaining. Jalen, who just hit a pair, he is 2 of 6 here from the stripe, and as the shooter's touch as he hits that one.
Funny, isn't it? Miss 4 in a row, and you come back and you make the next 3 in a row.
Yep. Parker Poole comes out. Johnny Miller comes out. Zach Snow on the floor. Logan Engel on the floor now for the Lions with Kimbrough, Hawkins, and Golly. Ellis's free throw good.
He's a fine player.
He is. 16 for Ellis. 25 seconds. Hawkins from long range. Pops the three, stops the clock. Timeout called. And we'll keep it here with 22 seconds left. 48-44, a 4-point lead now after that three-pointer for Colton Hawkins.
Only the second three-pointer of the night for the Lions. I won't tell you how bad the shooting percentage is for the three-point land tonight, but let's just say it's under 20%.
Don't forget Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville with this winter storm coming in. Staff, the equipment, they're ready to start keeping the roads passable, and they are going to be maintaining the designated snow routes through Carterville. That's going to be the priority. And you can find those snow routes if you go to the website, visitcarterville.com. Be safe. It's going to get really bitter cold here the next couple of nights. We're going to see lows down to around 3 to 5, I think Tuesday night into Wednesday. So
we've had such a mild winter up to this point. I mean,
our winters never start until January anymore anyway.
I guess that's about right. But yeah, as long as my satellite dish is working, I'll be fine.
I talked to my sister in St. Louis. She said they're expecting 13 inches of snow up there.
Good gravy. That's just ridiculous.
I said you can keep it.
Yes, indeed.
22 seconds remaining here at Harrisburg. 48-44.
Got a foul. Can't let them beat clock.
Pressuring in the backcourt still.
Well, I waited too long.
Young gets into the front court, and Carterville picks it off,
but
they couldn't control it. They turn it right back over. A foul called on Carterville. And I think that is going to be on Logan Engel.
6 turnovers by the Lions in the second half. They have 12 for the game, 6 each half, and they've come at an unfortunate time. They get a turnover, and they've turned around and given it right back to the Bulldogs, Dave.
Engel picks up the foul. So Ellis now, with that clock stopped at 7.5 seconds. A 2-possession game now. This would just be icing on the cake, 48-44. And he hits it. 17 now for Ellis. He leads all scorers. Parker Poole with 12 this evening. 12 also from Adrian Mann of Harrisburg. Seen some good ball games, but Ellis come in and has iced it, missed the free throw. Poole to Hawkins. Hawkins run into the defender, ball out of bounds. And it was Carterville's getting the call there, but with 3.4 seconds left.
Yeah, not much time to play with when you're down 5. You got to hit a quick 3 and hope there's still time left on the clock when you call timeout.
And that's exactly what Shane Hawkins wants to talk to his team with. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds here to wrap up this game. It's 49-44 Harrisburg. Back in 30 on News Radio WJPF.
We know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
49-44 is our score here at Harrisburg. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. Just 3.4 seconds left. So you're saying there's a chance.
Very slim one.
And that is what Shane Hawkins is saying to your guys. You got to get a quick shot, got to get a stop, and then get a quick shot.
Yep.
And he's taking all the time he can in this timeout. As he
just throws that tablet on the floor, doesn't he? That
just flips it onto the chair.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. 3.4 remaining. 49-44 Dogs on top of the Lions. Kimbrough triggers in to Engel, to Hawkins, launches the 3, no good, and that's going to do it. 49-44. Final score, the Harrisburg Bulldogs knock off your Carterville Lions here in this river-to-river Ohio Division game, 49-44. Bulldogs now improve. That's their 10th win of the season, their second conference game. They're now 2-0. Carterville 7-6 on the year, and they are 0-2 in conference play. 49-44 the final score. We're going to get into our first Southern Bank post-game show. It's next here on News Radio WJPF. 90 seconds here, please.
Who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930.
You said 60
they
or
provide
90?
dignified,
90,
caring,
please.
and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Lions just couldn't make the comeback final as they wind up getting beat here this evening at Harrisburg, 49-44. Harrisburg jumped out to an 11-4 lead at the end of the first quarter. They led it by 14 at the half, 29-14. Lions made a little comeback there in the third. It was a 6-point game, 35-29 at the end of the third quarter. And then Harrisburg, they hang on to win it 49-44 here at Harrisburg this evening. Harrisburg, the Bulldogs, and Coach Andy Fehrenbacher now 10-4 on the season. They're 2-0 on the Ohio Division side of the River-to-River Conference. The Lions now 7-6 overall. They are 0-2 in conference play. Carterville is going to be facing the DuQuoin Indians coming up tomorrow night at home. That is going to be a 7:30 tip-off at Carterville High School. And it looks like... looking at the schedule here for Harrisburg after tonight, they are going to play next Friday night when they take on Murfreesboro at Murfreesboro. That'll be a conference game coming up next Friday night. 49-44, the final score here at Harrisburg. And when you look at the scoring, we'll start first with the Harrisburg Bulldogs. They were led. Nice game tonight from Jalen Ellis. He finishes with 17 to lead all scorers. You had 12 from Adrian Mann, 11 from Caden Young, 5 from Owen Rand, and it was 4 for Reed Ryder. So just the 5 starters get in the scorebook. They only go 6 deep. The only player that came off the bench, I think, actually they go 7. I'm sorry, it was Chandler Castell that got some action, and Braxton Murphy. But that was about it, as 49 points scored by the Bulldogs here this evening. Carterville led by the 12 from Parker Poole, his best game in some time for the Lions. 8 in the game for Alex Kimbrough. Of course, the Lions were without Caden Wilson tonight. Zach Snow, who got the start in place of Caden, finishes with 9. 9 from Colton Hawkins, 6 from Maddox Gully. 49-44, the final score here on the road at Harrisburg this evening. John Homan.
Yeah, just a tough loss. I mean, just the shooting just wasn't good enough on a consistent basis. The turnovers in the second half were, unfortunately, you look at it, 6 is not a lot, but every time that those turnovers occurred, it was right after Carterville had a steal and could have gotten points on the other end. So just not a great game offensively for the Lions here tonight.
They had opportunities. It wasn't
They
like
did.
they didn't have chances. But like you said, just turnovers at inopportune times. And they were right on. They only average 11 turnovers a ball game. They finished with 12 tonight. So they were right there on their average. But those turnovers were critical here this evening as the Harrisburg Bulldogs get the win 49-44. We're going to go on and take a break here on our First Southern Bank post-game show. When we come back, we're going to look at scores from around Southern Illinois as we await Coach Shane Hawkins here for our John A. Logan College Coaches Show. Lions drop one here tonight, 49-44 at Harrisburg. We'll be back in 90 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25 and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIUCU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks.
And the Lions
Ask
didn't get to
about
the
their
free throw
weekly
line
dinner
very much
specials
either.
Thursday
No.
through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the
They did
perfect
fairly
place for your
well.
next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster.
They were 4 for 5 from the Lions, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
49-44, the final score here at Harrisburg this evening. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you here, our First Southern Bank post-game show. And, John, you got some stats from that ball game.
Yeah, I do. Take a look at the total field goals. Carterville 5 out of 21 in the first half, 13 out of 26, much better, 50% from the field second half. They finished 18 of 47 for the game. That's only 38%. That's not quite good enough. Three-point land was worse. The Lions were 2 out of 16 on balls shot from beyond the arc. That's only 12%. Harrisburg, by contrast, was 12 out of 23 from the field in the first half, 4 of 12 in the second half, 16 to 35 for the game, 46%. On three-point shots, they were 2 of 8 for the game, 25%. On free throws, Carterville did very well, but only shot it 5 times. 4 out of 5, 80%. And then Harrisburg, 11 out of 18, 55%. So the Lions, as stated, just really, really not hitting it from outside the arc. And I don't know what to say about that. They have some good shooters on this team, but they just weren't connecting. They haven't been connecting consistently from that distance.
Absolutely. And tonight you had Zach Snow, who is a 50+% field goal shooter, and he loves that corner right three. And tonight I think he didn't wind up with any three. Yeah, he had one three-pointer there in the second quarter.
Yeah, he was 1 of 7 on threes tonight. Colton Hawkins had the other 3, and
that was
it. 1 of 6 on threes. So neither one of their really good shooters were finding the mark tonight.
Looking at the quarter scores again, it was 11 for Harrisburg at the end of one. At halftime, they had a 14-point lead, 29-15. It was 35-29 at the end of the third, and then final score here this evening, 49-44. Looking at some scores from around Southern Illinois, Flora takes care of Robinson this evening, 54-51. A halftime score from Cahokia Conference play, Oakville over Westland, or tied with Westland at 26. No gateway scores here this evening, but the Heron Tigers thumped by Mount Vernon tonight, 72-40. That was at Heron High School this evening.
Shocker.
And the Mount Vernon Rams get the win over the Harrisburg Bulldogs here this evening. 49-44 was our final score here this evening. as Coach Shane Hawkins climbing his way.
So
he's gonna need a nap when he gets up here. By the time he gets here, 49-44, the final score tonight is Carterville now 0-2 in conference play. Coach had opportunities in this ball game. Not that you're a big turnover machine, but you had some turnovers tonight in key situations.
Yeah, and bad ones.
Bad ones.
They gave us opportunities. I thought we were really poor the first half. I thought what got us the first half. Hold on. I thought what got us the first half was our lack of ability to make layups. We got to the rim all night. I think we were 1 of 9 from 3. You got to be able to make open shots because people are just going to start packing it in because everything we get is at the rim. So our inability to score at the rim the first half is what got us down. We talked in the pregame about our maturity level. We were not very good tonight. I didn't like our approach when we got here. JV, we always talk about the JV kind of sets the tone for the night. JV was bad. JV had zero energy, zero sense of urgency. And our varsity guys followed up, and we finally got going a little bit in the third quarter, and we got back in the game and still had chances. And I think it was 2 or 4.
No, you got it to 2.
We got it to 2 at the end of the quarter, and just our lack of awareness, just the lack of the understanding of the game. We shoot a 3 with 15 seconds left. We have the possession to start the fourth quarter, so we have a 2 for 0. We take a bad shot, they go score. Now we're down 4. And it's that the understanding of the game is what's that's where I have not as much patience as I should, because it's understanding the game. And we talk about situations all the time, and we got to watch a game. Watch a game on ESPN. There's games on every night. Watch a game and get off your stinking cell phone, and you may learn something. You know, listen to Seth Greenberg or Jay Billis or Robbie Hummel or Steve Bardo. You'll learn a lot about the game. And our lack of awareness. We got a couple turnovers late, and we couldn't wait to get rid of it and threw it away right away. I mean, just have possession of the ball. Just get the ball and have possession of it, and at least we have a chance. We had 2 possessions in the fourth quarter where we foul and they miss the second free throw and they get the offensive rebound. That happened twice. That cannot happen in varsity basketball. That's not being ready to play. That's not having a sense of urgency for making the next play.
Coach, you mentioned the third quarter run. You guys went on a 14-4 run for the quarter, but one of the keys was, I thought, toward the end of the quarter, you guys had pulled within 2 at 31-29, and then you give up. You did not get the last shot of the quarter, and they come down and score right at the end of the third quarter. And that extra basket, that extra swing kind of took a little sting out of it.
We talk about it all the time. Understand, you got to know time, score, fouls, individual fouls, and team fouls, and you have to know the possession arrow. You have to know all of that at all times because you never know when. Sometimes the jump ball doesn't hurt you. Sometimes the jump ball does hurt you. Sometimes you can get tied up, and it's okay, we have the ball. Sometimes a foul at half court's not all bad. Sometimes it's real bad. So just the awareness of time, score, fouls, possession arrow, just game situations. We've got to do a better job of that, and that's on me. I've got to do a better job. Although we talk about it a lot, we've got to do a better job of practicing that more often, I guess.
Coach, I think most importantly, you're down 0-2 now in conference. And, I mean, there's still plenty of games left. We've still got 6 conference games left. But, this is a tough loss.
It is. It's because and the league's good. And maybe Heron can run the table and go 8-0, and then it doesn't matter. But, man, the league's tough. I mean, I think they're really good. And we were –
right there.
Should have won.
Yeah.
We had all opportunities to win the game tonight. A lot of them getting their 14-point lead in the first half was not them. It was our own doing. It was we helped them get up by 14. And And they got a couple guys who can make baskets, and man hit one, and man hit a three. Again, it's scouting report stuff. We get too far off man, he buries a three in the corner. We didn't see the ball. Caden Young had too much space. We gave him too much space, and he lifted up and shot one over us. We were playing Ellis as a driver first, and if he hit jumpers, okay, we were going to live with that because him shooting jumpers is better than man and than Young shooting jumpers. He was our foul guy late. He made some late, but he also gave us opportunities early by missing them.
Yep.
So we did a lot that played into our favor, but it wasn't good enough. And the margin of error in this league is razor thin, and we didn't deserve to win it. We did enough wrong tonight to not win it, and I told them in the locker room, to be honest, our JV guys really didn't deserve to win either. They won, but they didn't deserve to win, and you have to earn wins, and we didn't earn this one tonight. And the good thing is we get another chance tomorrow. Can we learn from now till tomorrow night at 7:30, and can we have just play with more energy and with a little bit better sense of urgency?
49-44 the final score here this evening on the road at Harrisburg. Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our John A. Logan Coaches Show. Fall registration underway. You can find out more. Go to jalc.edu. John A. Logan College. Why would you go anywhere else? Coach, thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow night. 7:15 will be pregame coverage. 7:30, the tip-off. The DuQuoin Indians at Carterville coming up tomorrow night. Coach, disappointed?
Yeah, well, he should be. I mean, it was, like you said, a winnable game. Had every opportunity to win the ball game. And unfortunately for the Lions, they just couldn't do enough things right. Namely, they just couldn't shoot the ball well enough. And, I mean, like I said, to me, that's just – I mean, you can mention the turnovers. You can mention, the lack of intensity, whatever it is you may want. But I look at 2 for 16 from 3.
Yep.
And to me, that is just abysmal. And junior high can shoot that.
Absolutely.
I mean, 4 out of 16 is below average. I mean, so if they just hit 2 more threes, they're right there and win the ball game probably. So,
yep.
I mean, they just have to find a way to get better from the long distance shooting.
Lions now 7-6 on the season, 0-2 in conference. For our producer engineer back in the studio, Cam, thank you, buddy. For John Homan, I'm Dave McKenzie. John is going to be doing Marion basketball coming up tomorrow night on the road at Centralia. I'll be back with you for what's that?
I just hope I don't get snowed in.
Yeah, don't get snowed in
really?
up there. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 7:15 as the Lions host the DuQuoin Indians. 49-44, the final score. Thank you for listening to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody. Thanks, bud.
This has been a broadcast.
Go do what you got to do.
Thank you. Athletics. This broadcast was brought
Yep.
to you in part by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Stephen
All right,
Ridge's Barber Styling,
I'm gonna
Malone's Early Learning Center.
get everything good. Yep. Okay.